Hello everybody and welcome back to the realm. In this episode, I'm actually going to try and build some floating islands because, well, there's two reasons. One is that I wanted to expand the village and I thought it'd be kind of cool to expand it upwards. And the other is that I have that airship over there. You can just barely see the outline. But yeah, I have that airship, and even though it can't actually go anywhere, I think it might be pretty cool to have, some places that it could go if it actually could move, just, sort of implying like, oh yeah, he uses that to get over there, even though I'm not actually gonna. And I feel like might have it a little bit off the path, because what I'm thinking is I'll have sort of a pond, and then there'll be a floating island with a waterfall coming off of it, and you can use that waterfall to get up, and then there'll be bridges onto other ones. Okay, that was just a cat. I keep hearing stuff behind me, and I think it's a creeper. But so yeah, I think over here is going to be a good spot to start it, and I feel like the hardest part is going to be figuring out how high I want to put it, because I do want to put it pretty high up, but I don't want to put it so high that like it feels disconnected from the village. So I think I'm going to start out with 40 blocks and see how that looks. I think that might be a good height for like the bottom of the island, but it is going to have some sort of verticality to it. It's not just going to be a flat plane of grass. So what I'm going to do is probably just, not do that. I'm just going to add 10 blocks to it, and then that'll probably be good, because what I'm going to do is build sort of a shape of grass up there, and then I'm going to add on the bottom and expand it out a bit. So yeah, what I'm going to do right now is go build a sort of outline of the island out of grass. Alright, so this is the outline. And it's somewhat circular, but not exactly a circle. I don't want to make it perfect, because then I think it would look too unnatural, and I don't think it would look that good. And also, I just want to take a moment to appreciate the view from here. It would be a lot better if it wasn't raining, but I just feel like it's awesome to just look across everything. You can see everyone's bases, the whole village. That's really cool. And anyway, what I'm going to do right now is fill this in, and then I'll work on the bottom part of the floating island. Now that it's filled in, I'm gonna start off by just making the border here be out of, well, let's see if I can place this. Yeah, I do not trust myself with scaffolding. Ugh. What am I doing? There. Okay. I'm basically just gonna have it go down by 2 dirt blocks on either side. On the side, I mean on the border, because I feel like just one layer of grass might look a little bit bad, and I feel like if I carry it down like this, it's gonna just look a lot better. And now that I have that dirt in, I'm gonna take some stone and try and sort of make a vertical outline, I guess is what I'd call it, of how I want this to go. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it kind of unnatural, and they're gonna meet at one point. Let's see. Don't know if I like exactly how that looks. It'll probably be fine in the end, though, because I'm not only gonna make this one on this side, I'm also gonna be... Did I even make that at the same block? Nope. Because I'm also going to be making one this way, so I have this sort of outline, and then I'm also going to be making one the other way, so hopefully in the end they'll both end up looking pretty good. Let's see. I think it'll be fine. Maybe if I add another piece of stone right there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to just sort of fill in the gaps. And I'm also going to try and maybe mix in some cobble in there so it's not too bland, but Hopefully it looks good after I do that. Alright, so here's what it looks like, and it's a little bit difficult to see because of the rain, but I think it looks pretty good, especially for a first attempt at something like this. I do not think that looks bad at all. And I probably could go all out and add in, you know, smooth stone stairs and slabs and all that stuff, but for just using full blocks, I think that looks pretty good. And the next thing that I'm gonna do is make a space for a little pond to be up here. I don't even know if pond is the right word, just a very small bit of water, because what I want to have is a waterfall flowing off of this, and then that's how you're going to be able to get up. So I'm just going to make a vaguely circular shape, and hopefully it ends up looking good. Might want to put something right there just to change it up a bit. Whoops, and that broke. That's fine. I don't want to use my diamond shovel because I feel like it'll just tear through this. And now I'm probably gonna take some of my dirt and basically put a space under here so it's not just the hollowness of the island, and then I'll fill that in with water. Alright, so I have all the water in here, and I also decided to add some slabs just to sort of make it look like there were some stones in there, and just to make it look a little less boring. And now I'm gonna break probably these 2 blocks to make sort of a waterfall off of here, and I'm just gonna make these into source blocks. I don't even know if that's possible. Well, anyway, that's alright for now. And yeah, there's a bunch of trees down here, so I'm gonna clear these out, and then what I'm gonna do is make probably a pond down here. And I also have some not sugarcane, I have some soul sand with me, and then I can use that to make probably the middle of this waterfall be a bubble elevator, so you can get up there pretty quick. But for now, I'm just gonna clear out these trees. Alright, so the trees are all cut down now. And I definitely should have cut them before I let the water come down, because basically there's this big huge water mess, and this is all the dirt that I needed to put up to contain it. Yeah, so that was not the most ideal situation, and hopefully I can just break this and it'll be fine and not flow everywhere. Yeah, this looks actually pretty good. It's in a nice even column now. Okay, that's just a cat. Thought it was like a creeper or something for a second. And I am going to keep it somewhat corralled down here. I don't want it to quite spill out yet. I still need to dig the pond around it. But, yeah, it was crazy. Water pouring all over the place. Yeah, so I'm going to keep it like this for now at least. And now what I'm going to do is dig a pond around here. Okay, so the pond's in here now, and again I added some slabs just to break up the monotony of the dirt a little bit. And now what I need to do is put some kelp up to the top, because I want to make this a bubble elevator, and that means that this is going to need to be water blocks and not just like the falling water. So hopefully this doesn't cause a huge issue and make a gigantic mess. I'm just gonna go up and, you know, hopefully it's alright. I guess I'll see what it's like once I get up to the top here, but Oh man, keeps pushing me on out. Alright. Let's see. I don't think that looks too terrible. Hopefully, well actually let's get a look at it from this side. Yeah, no, that's not that bad at all. And now that I'm gonna put my soul sand in, hopefully it actually works and doesn't just push me all over the place. Let me use my shovel. Oh my god, the sounds of the kelp falling all around me. Oh, yeah, it's actually a really good way to get up. I'll grab this kelp here, and yeah, we do not need that scaffolding anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. And now that I have a proper way up and down, I'm probably gonna do some landscaping around here and up on the actual island. I'm gonna probably use some bone meal and maybe put in some azalea bushes or azalea trees. But I'll mess around with it and then show you what I come up with. Alright, so I did some landscaping. Down here by the pond, I just added in an azalea tree and pretty much just bone mealed around here. Bone meal is very useful for landscaping, especially if you want a sort of overgrown type look. Some people might think that this is too much grass, but I just really wanted it to be overgrown and natural. And I did a similar thing up top here. Yeah, so I put in an azalea tree and then used some bone meal up here, and also there are jack-o'-lanterns under this, because at first I had torches, but then you could see like the smoke particles coming through here, and I did not want that, so figured I could just put a jack-o'-lantern under there. It's actually what we use down here. You can see the moss carpets. There's jack-o'-lanterns under those. And now what I want to do is build a bridge out to another island that I'm gonna make. And it's gonna have a floor of spruce slabs, and the sides are gonna be made out of cobbled deep slate. I think that it's gonna be about like 18 blocks this way, and it is gonna go up a little bit because I don't think it would look very good if all the floating islands were just on the same level. It doesn't quite make sense for that to happen. I mean, some of them can be somewhat similar levels, like it's only gonna be 2 blocks up, but you know, I don't want to change it up too much because I don't think it'll look very natural that way. And I did plan out sort of how I'm going to build this in creative. Well, let's see, where do I want to start this from? Probably here's good. And so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm gonna go up by 1 slab, and then up by 2, and then just out another 5, and I'm just gonna keep on going. And then I'll add in a border of deep slate, and I think it'll be easier if I just do that and then show it to you once it's finished. And now that the bridge is done, I'm going to build another floating island here, and I'm going to use the same method. So I'm going to make an outline, vertical outline, another vertical outline, and then fill it in to finish it. And now that it's done, I can actually put a building on that island. And what I want to do is make a space for me to sell, well, I guess not sell, but a place for me to give people my sugarcane and bamboo, because I have those farms in my base and they produce a lot, but I really don't use it all that much, and I feel like if I have a place where anyone can get it, it would be a lot better than just me keeping it for myself. And I'm probably going to model this off of that building down there, except on this, instead of using the oak logs, it's going to be stripped spruce. And instead of using, I don't even know what block that is, maybe concrete or terracotta, whatever block that is, instead of using that, I'm going to use just oak planks. And then after I build this, I'm probably gonna end up putting some deep slate around, sort of like a sidewalk like there is down there. But right now I just need to find a somewhat centered area here. It's a 5x5, so if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in this direction, let's see, may want to shift it this way a little bit. Let's see. I think I actually may shift it 1 block back, and then it should be in a good spot. So yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much copy that building up here. This is finished now, so I'm probably gonna make a border of assorted deep slate variants, just some slabs, and I'm at least gonna go around the house in 1 block, but I probably want to extend it to like a 2-block border. I might have to cut it short in some spots, but I think it should look pretty good, and it's gonna look like the sidewalks down there. Also, I decided to make the roof spruce as well because on that house down there, the roof is oak and these side blocks are oak. So I decided if this is going to be spruce, then this should be spruce too. And I also decided to put a redstone lamp in here. Just, I think it looks better than torches. And I also put a door on this side and on this side because I was thinking if I am going to expand these floating islands and build new ones, or if anyone wants to, I feel like expanding them out this way is a pretty natural thing to do, so I decided to have a door so that if you're coming from this way or from this way, it wouldn't matter and that it'd be still easy to get into there. Alright, so now this deep slate sidewalk is in, and I'm probably just going to take some bone meal and just put it around here a little bit just to make it a bit more lush and less boring. I might take out some of the flowers. We don't need too many in here. Man, I'm running out of space to pick them up. We don't need the white tulip. I do like the blue and the purple ones though, so I do want to keep those ones. And this red rose here is probably fine, or whatever it is. I don't know, red tulip. Let's see. Red tulip. Okay, yeah. The red tulip is fine. And there's also some, under some of these slabs, like right here, I put a jack-o'-lantern so that at night there's not going to be mobs spawning up here. So we don't want that to happen. And in here, I think right in the corner, I'm going to put a crafting table just because it's always useful to have a crafting table. And then these are... the chests are going to be in these corners. I don't have all the sugarcane and bamboo on me. And also, I don't have the best name for this shop. I really couldn't come up with one. So I just figured, you know, sugarcane, pretty much people would use that as bamboo before the bamboo blocks got added to the game, or the bamboo plant. So I figured, you know what, for now, I'm just going to have bamboo. You know, like with the question mark after that, like what? That's sugarcane, but there's also going to be bamboo here. So bamboo, yep. And if you can come up with a better name, please let me know because that's not really a name. It just, I mean, it is somewhat of a name, but it's not the best. So if you have a better idea, please let me know. And now I'm just going to go make a few trips to my base and back here to stock up these chests. Alright, so these chests are now full. This one has all bamboo in it, and well, this is all the sugarcane that I had, you know. Not quite as efficient as the bamboo farm, but that's alright. And I actually had a really good time building these islands. I think I'm gonna build some more later on. And I think it might be kind of cool if I just built some islands and then just said like anyone can build whatever they want on them. They don't all have to be shops or extensions of the village. And I think that's gonna be about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it because I had a really good time building these islands. It was something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm glad that it turned out well. And if you did enjoy it, please consider giving a like to this video. And if you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And that's going to be about it, so I will see you in the next one.